And welcome to another live stream watch long reaction, the premiere of Watch a Match Season 4. It's been a little bit, I can tell you that much. It's been a little bit in between Season 3 and 4 for Watch a Match. Of course, RSR as well, 5 and 6, which that'll begin after this game is over. But we're on to Season 4 of Watch a Match, of live streams. And we're going to start with a regular old NHL game because Canada and Mississippi State went and bottled it. So Mississippi State went and bottled the bowl game. Canada bottled the World Juniors. So we start on the first hockey night in Canada of 2024, which I guess is also kind of cool. I guess so. Toronto Maple Leafs at San Jose Sharks is where we're going to start with this season for Watch a Match and RSR 6. How we doing, Winvo? Paco says he got video in Toronto. Again, as I told him, that's probably a good pick, but again, our luck, the Leafs will get embarrassed somehow. How we doing, Lloyd? Trying to make tacos. We can make tacos while you're watching the stream. It's called multitasking. At least Mississippi State aren't the Liberty Flames. I'd rather be in a bowl game, but that's just my opinion. It's weird not being a bowl game. Speaking of, I'll be doing the national championship on Monday. There you go. As well. How we doing, Henry? How we doing, Risklander? But we're waiting for this Leafs-Sharks game to start. Leafs, who have been cruising, well, I wouldn't say cruising along, but they've been struggling along so far. They've won games. They've won both their games on this Western road trip by the skin of their teeth, but they've won against the LA Kings and the Anaheim Ducks. Overtime against Anaheim, they almost got goalied. Thank God they didn't. LA Kings, they won against. They lost against Carolina, Columbus in overtime, Ottawa. They beat the Columbus Blue Jackets, lost to Buffalo, New York, Pittsburgh. They won against an overtime loss against the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're 4-4-2 in their last 10. The Leafs haven't been great recently, but they're still winning games, third in the Atlantic. But the Sharks are 0-10-0. All 10 regulation losses in their last 10. Knowing the Leafs were going to give them a win because God knows. You know how this is going to go. The Leafs are going to give them a win because, of course, they will. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But have you seen the movie The Iron Claw? No, but I do want to because it's about the Von Erichs. I do want to see it, actually. Go Leafs, says Lloyd. What's up with the TFC keeper situation? Because SofaScore have only Sean Johnson as a signed keeper. Luka Gavran is coming back. Sean Johnson is the number one. Romero, I think, got let go. I know Ranjit Singh got let go. Adisa Dero is still with TFC too, as far as I know. So we only have 3 signed keepers. Oh, and by the way, we missed out on Maxime Crepeau. At least it was the Timbers that got him, though. I do have a soft spot for the Timbers, so I'm not going to complain about that. So, Steve Cherundolo's an idiot, but where do we... But, I mean, not too surprised about that. Here we go. Leafs Sharks. DirecTV gave us free center ice, so I might as well use it for this one. Might as well. All right. Hockey night in Canada. Let's go. First of 2024. So, as far as I know, that's 3 signed keepers. I guess Sean Johnson is the locked-on starter. I mean, hoping for Crepeau was sort of, hoping for Crepeau was either hoping for a miracle. So, not too surprised. Well, it's either that or ESPN Plus. Either of them are going to be iffy, to be completely honest. So I'd rather just had a cheeseburger with an egg on top of it, fries for dinner, setting into stream and the Jackets game for a minute. Were aliens really at Miami Mall? Probably. Aliens are real. You know that, right? That does sound pretty good. Cheeseburger with an egg on top. Talking like, are we talking like runny egg or egg over hard? That does sound pretty good, though. Stars will win the Stanley Cup. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They could. Good. They could. I'm not going to be shocked if they do. Still got to get past Vegas and Colorado, though, but I wouldn't be shocked. Mavericks winning the NBA championship. That's more likely. How we doing, Rory? Toronto at San Jose. Toronto 19-10-7. San Jose 9-27-3. I'm not going to speak until the Leafs win. Rangers, Canadiens as well tonight. Edmonton Oilers versus the Ottawa Senators. All the Canadian teams are playing. I could see it. Have the Nuggets again this year for the champions. I could see that as well. FC Dallas to win MLS Cup. Now you're just getting wild. Now you're just getting wild. They should move either San Jose or Arizona back to Atlanta and bring back the Thrashers. Why are we forgetting about Quebec City? No. One of them should go back to Quebec City. One of them should go back to Atlanta. That's fair. Preferably Arizona back to Quebec City, San Jose to Atlanta. But there's no way Bettman would ever do that because he wants Phoenix to work so badly. And San Jose, well, no, San Jose could get moved if the right owner owned it. What about the Whalers? I'm surprised you're going for. I'm surprised you want the Whalers back, considering your team was the Whalers. I don't think that's. I know they wouldn't move the Carolina Hurricanes back to Hartford, but you get my point. I think Atlanta got hard done by way more than Hartford, to be completely honest. And Quebec City, well, there's that one for you. I mean, it was good for like the first 2 weeks, just for the novelty of it, to see how bad it was, the college rank. Or just to see how freaking weird it was. It was cool for like the first 2 weeks. Martin Jones, I guess, is getting the start for the Leafs. I'm guessing. But yeah, now, no. Haven't paid attention to hockey much. The Blue Jackets suck, so there's no really no reason to. I mean, I don't disagree. I'm not going to lie. Most of what I know about the Leafs this year have just come from Steve Dangle videos. I've only watched like, this is like the third Leafs game I've watched all year. No joke. I mean, look at all the football matches I covered. Are you really shocked? Can't watch everything. So, and I'll be completely honest, I did not watch any World Juniors games. I just saw the results because it was in freaking Europe. I mean, the time difference was just no. So, the final would have been the one match I watched until Canada bottled it. So, there you go. It's not that I don't want. It's not that I don't want to watch hockey. It's just that scheduling things, and then of course, you know, it is what it is. I'm not happy about it either. Besides, it doesn't help that the Leafs are basically just absolutely scuffling and just getting by. Like, yeah, they have a winning record, but when they're winning, they're just getting by. So it is what it is. He did get Jordy Mihailovic. He did get Zach Steffen. You know what? I'm going to say he's going to last more than 6 months. Well, what does that clock start? Has it already started, or does it start in February? Because if that clock already started, I think he'll be there. So that clock already started. I think he got hired in what? Mid-November? He'll be there till May or June. So, table for $399.95. You're out of your mind. Refrigerator for $749. Oof, not on. Boxing week blowout. My ass. Those ain't freaking. I think he'll make it to Leagues Cup. Jordy Mihailovic will get him somewhere. I think I'll go with the over. Besides, I don't think Colorado, how I put this, I don't think Colorado has a Bob Bradley in their sights like Toronto did. I think he'll get a bit of a chance, in my opinion. I think he'll make it to Leagues Cup. I say over. Push her over. You think Zach Steffen can play his way back onto the national team roster, or do you think injuries forced him out? I think I know why he went to MLS. Zach Steffen went back to MLS for playing time. If he plays well, he could get back on the national team roster because Matt Turner doesn't have as much playing time, same as Ethan Horvath. And I don't think they want to give it to Gaga Slonina at this point. Or they don't really want to go to Sean Johnson either. So I think Zach Steffen can. There is an outside shot that he starts the Copa America. There is an outside shot. Depending on how good he is, the playing time that he gets versus Matt Turner, there's a chance. I think he's being smart by going back to MLS. Because he will probably get the best amount of playing time that any of the goalkeepers will get. And the thing that he has going ahead for him is that he has more experience than a Gaga Slonina, but he's younger than a Sean Johnson. So, well, here's the problem with that. Who's to say that Nuno doesn't go back to the Greek guy? Vladikomos or whatever. Who says? Who says he doesn't? It's been here or there. It's been Matt Turner, then the Greek guy, then Matt Turner, then the Greek guy. Who's to say? Well, you did call it. You did call it. What do you think about Pumas letting Dineno go but letting Funes Mori on? Idiotic. And where the hell is Dineno going anyway? Or did they just let him go? That would make no sense because I'm just mad that Dineno didn't go to Toronto. Since we're going to get rid of one of Bernadette, Garrett, and Insigne, or Insigne, and maybe both. I want Dineno. No. But really, Funes Mori instead of Dineno, you're stupid. Like, you were actually stupid. I don't get it. Like, I legitimately don't get it. That's foolish. Sorry, but that's foolish. But hey, go ahead. The anthems are being played. Now to the U.S. anthem. If Milan Borjan were to retire from Canada, who'd you be more comfortable with? St. Clair Crépeau is the number one for Canada. Right now, I think Crépeau. I'd say, depending on how good he is, he should get 26 as well. I mean, I like Dane St. Clair, but I think I don't know if he's a locked-on number one yet. Then you have the wrench of Jonathan Sawa in there. Let's not forget about Jonathan Sawa, where he could easily be the starter. So if it's any of those three, I'm happy with it. If Milan Borjan were to retire, which he should, right now I think it should be Crépeau for the immediate future. I honestly want to see it be Sawa in the foreseeable future. I'm more of a fan of Jonathan Sawa. I think Jonathan Sawa is honestly the better keeper between St. Clair and Sawa, if we're being completely honest. Dineno's taking Luis Suarez's spot in Brazil at Grêmio. Jonathan Sawa plays for Montreal. The Montreal starting goalkeeper. Pretty damn good. He wasn't the reason why Montreal lost. He's been their starter for about a year and a half now. There's a reason why they got rid of James Panamis. And Sebastian Bressa, even though he was on loan, but still. Martin Jones starting in net for the Leafs. Speaking of goaltenders, the game's finally about to start. Truly about to start. 15 minutes. Mackenzie Blackwood starting for the San Jose Sharks, which I think he played for the Devils, Mackenzie Blackwood, yeah? He did play for the Devils, yeah? I give them their due when they deserve it. I hate to do it, but I do it. Bay FC doing the ceremonial puck drop, I think. I may be wrong, but that's what that logo looked like. It looked like Bay FC's logo. It is Bay FC. Okay, yep. There we go. Yep. Boom. So they did the ceremonial puck drop. The new NWSL team, Bay FC, starting this season as well. Have you watched any of the PWHL Toronto women's games yet? No, I haven't. I don't even know where to stream it, to be honest. Like, where is it streaming? I don't even know. I would like to. WPHL games are free on YouTube. Oh, okay, there we go. I would have thought they would have got ESPN or something, but okay. All right. Comes the face-off. Toronto wearing their white. San Jose wearing their teal. All teal. We're about to kick off this Leafs game. Matthews meeting in the middle. And here comes Granlund and Matthews in the middle for this face-off. And here we go. And we're off. Leafs win the draw. And we're on our way. Leafs lines are as follows. Matthew Nyes, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Tyler Bertuzzi, John Tavares, William Nylander, Pontus Holmberg, Max Domi, Kalle Yarncrook, Bobby McMahon, David Camp, and Noah Gregor on the fourth. Morgan Riley, TJ Brody on the first pair. Simon Benoit, Jake McCabe on the second pair. Mark Giordano and Timothy Liljegren on the third pair. And, of course, Martin Jones in net. For the Sharks, Anthony Duclair, Mikael Granlund, and Fabian Zetterlund. William Eklund, Tomas Hertl, Alexander Barabanov, Mike Hoffman, Luke Kunin, Justin Bailey, Philip Zadina, Ryan Carpenter, Kevin LeBlanc, Mario Ferraro, Ty Emberson, the first pair. Henry Thrun, Jean Ruta, the second pair. Nikita Okiot. Oh, couldn't do the third pair. But, and they also have Mackenzie Blackwood in net. Steelers are about to win. Damn it. Shot! Oh, centering pass doesn't go in. Come the Sharks. Would like to see Columbus get a WPHL team if they expand. We already have a pro women's volleyball team starting up next month. Nice. Yeah, I think Columbus would work. In front of the net, luckily, that screen doesn't go off the rails because that was a bad screen. Still in the offensive zone for the Sharks. Shot. Tipped away, or the cross was tipped away. 30 seconds in the offensive zone for the Sharks with possession. Lord have mercy. I told you. Lord have mercy. I told you what was going to happen. Y'all didn't believe me. Yeah, the Leafs are playing like crap. Well, what would you have thought? 1741. Giordano. Get the puck out of the defensive zone, please. Holmberg. Shot right at Blackwood, but he blocks it away. But at least that's better than nothing. And Yarncrook loses it. Jesus. 2 shots to 1. Oh, Lord. Because it's pretty much done and dusted. He's going to Monterey. But if Bogert says it, it's probably happening. In my opinion. Well, the Bills are going to have to win tomorrow so the Steelers don't get in. Oh, damn. Yeah, the Bills have to win straight up. I don't think they will. 17 minutes. At least the good news is the Dolphins will get in no matter what. It just depends if they win the division or their wild card. Bills have to win, though. So, you know what? Maybe they will. Nice play by Brody. Okay, the Leafs haven't got scored on. That's good news. Bad news. Minus 300, San Jose plus 230. If I was being cynical, I'd put some money on San Jose. Why? Because that would at least be a little bit of a good payout. Why? Because Toronto's Toronto. Simon Benoit. Yeah. I think since he's going to have a down year after making the ECF last year, they lost a lot of goal production. They may scrape 7th or 8th. I still think they'll make the playoffs. Let's remember, they did get Miles Robinson, though, so they probably cut down their goals against. So, shot in front. Matthews, shot blocked away by Blackwood. Marner puts it on. Nope. Still 0-0, 15 minutes to go. And that'll be icing. Leafs with a face-off in the offensive zone after they change the lines. Because the Patriots suck. Florida Panthers destroyed the Avalanche. Damn. Well, damn, there you go. Was I using ESPN? Oh, I was using ESPN. Wait. No, I was using NHL.com. Cincinnati will be 4th or 5th. They drop off. Yeah, I feel like that's about right. 2 shots each. Why do I feel like the Leafs are going to do something stupid in the next couple of minutes? I have a bad feeling. I have a really bad feeling. 1 goal, 8 points in last 8 games played versus the Sharks for Morgan Riley. I have a bad feeling something stupid's about to happen. Miles Robinson is mistake prone, though. When he's good, he's good. But if you have a stretch of bad games, he's really bad. That's true. D-zone face-off. Tomas Hertl gets taken out of the circle. You think the Maple Leafs are the Bills of the NFL? Well, the good thing about the Bills is they've made 4 straight Super Bowls. The Leafs couldn't even make the Stanley Cup Finals in '67, so no, we're worse. We're more like I don't know. Cleveland Browns were really good at the start of the NFL's history. They've sucked ever since. Yeah, I'll go with the Cleveland Browns. You think the Maple Leafs are the Bills of the NFL or the NHL? No, I think we're the Cleveland Browns. You think Julian Quinones can keep up with a mid-table Italian team? Yes. He kept up with Barcelona. Are you kidding me? Dude kept up with Barcelona. He's half the reason America won. He got them to 2-2, and they ended up winning at the end because of Henry Tronco Martin. I don't know about you, but I think Julian Quinones could keep up with a mid-table Italian team. He kept up with Barcelona. What are we talking about here? 14th minute. Acting like he can't. Okay. Sure. I don't know. If you keep up with Barcelona, I'm sure you can keep up with a mid-table Italian team. Just my opinion, though. $14 minutes left in the first period. Like, seriously, that's kind of like a Russian dude playing on a Russian KHL team playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs and just dominating them. It's like, oh, if that Russian dude could keep up with the Toronto Maple Leafs, I'm sure he could keep it up against the Toronto Marlies or the freaking San Jose Sharks. 13 minutes, saved by Blackwood. He covers it. It'll be a face-off. I don't know about you. Ah, hell. That's the men. Mississippi State men lost to freaking South Carolina. TV timeout. Now, how the hell does that happen? Now, how the hell? Now, if State's women's team lost to South Carolina, I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense. We talking what now? Jesus Christ. Man, the Toronto Maple Leafs are pissing me off too right now, but the Leafs are pissing me off right now too. But State really just did piss me off. Oh. We got a power play? Hit that like button, let's get this one going. Hit that like button, let's get this one going. Super chats are on as well. Let's run. But with that being said, here we go. 4 shots Wednesday at Anaheim for Simon Benoit, tied to season high. I don't think he's going to get anywhere near that. Face off here. Sharks win it. Behind the net, Matthews, Brody. 13:27 left in the period. Ooh. Oh, no. And that goes out of the offensive zone. They have to reset. Riley chips it in. Riley with a shot straight to Blackwood. Freezes it. That'll be a face-off. 10 straight regulation losses for the Sharks. 0-10-1 to start the season. Shut out 6 times. And I still think we're going to lose. It's the Leafs. Who are we kidding? 9 wins this season. Worst team in the NHL, San Jose. 6 shots to 2. But, again, the Leafs aren't playing too well against the San Jose team that's absolutely horrible. And this is why we need to fire Sheldon Keefe and bring in Craig Berube, but that's all I'm going to say right now. Craig Berube said he wants to be the Leafs coach. In my opinion, I think they should hire him. Craig Berube won a Stanley Cup with my second favorite team. I saw him do it. I'm sure he could do it with the Leafs because they have more talent than that Blues team. While we're at it, even if you brought him in halfway through the season, he knows how to steamroll the league halfway through. Besides, he seems more like a Treliving guy anyway than Keefe. So you know what? Yeah, no. I think it's time to get rid of Sheldon Keefe and bring in Craig Berube. Which I've been wanting that to happen since he got fired from the Blues because I thought he got railroaded. But since he said he wants it to be the Leafs head coach, in my opinion, yes, he should be. I don't see why you wouldn't. 11:55, 0-0. Blackwood, the puck gets stolen. Leafs buzzing around. Turns it round. Domi, shot, wide. Hope Miami wins their friendly against Al Nassr and Al Hilal. Save. Big save. I mean, me too. But again, puts it on Domi. Shot straight to Blackwood's chest. He'd be the perfect guy for the Leafs. I agree. So do it. Might as well do it now instead of at the end of the season after we lose in the first round and we backslide thanks to us not playing good enough anyway. Like, seriously, we should be putting the Sharks to the sword already, but no. We're actually making them look useful. Are we the better team? Slightly. I think the Leafs are starting to grow into this game. Yes. Do I think that in the end the Leafs are playing with their food? Yes. So, in my opinion, how about make the move? Make the damn move. 5-1-0 record versus the Pacific this season for the Leafs. See if they make it 6 wins. Face-off, Kampf wins it. Giordano plays on. Stops the play. 11:06 left in the period. 104 shot attempts at the Ducks, second most in NHL this season. And they still damn near got goalied. Ain't that the story of a Leafs fan's life? $10 shots to 2. That's the good news. The bad news is none of them went in. Plays for it, and this is why they aren't. I thought we left the stretch passes when Babcock got fired. And that's how you know it's almost damn near over for Sheldon Keefe. Sheldon Keefe, the stretch passing is just like, it's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's probably over, isn't it? You start stretch passing with a guy who didn't have you stretch passing, I don't know about you. It's probably over. Ravens got swept by the Steelers. Well, damn. 10-12 left in the first period. 0-0, 0-0. Gallagher 1-0 Habs. There it is. Even if the Habs haven't won as many games, I still think they've been playing better hockey, if I'm being completely honest. The Leafs are just, I don't think they've been playing any good hockey. I think the games they've won by just side netting. Damn, I'm just glad that 2-on-1 didn't go in. Lord have mercy on the Leafs' soul. Yeah, if we keep showing Keefe, we ain't going deep. I can tell you that much right now. Nah, it's not gonna look pretty if we go to the playoffs with Sheldon Keefe still as the coach. It's not gonna look pretty. It ain't gonna look pretty, I can tell you that much. 9:22 left in the first period. We're going to be backsliding. Jeez. Inter and Miami are playing El Salvador next week. How could a club play a country? Money. The prospect of money, and it's a preseason game anyway. Man, I'm getting pissed. This is pissing me off. The Leafs aren't even losing, and this game's pissing me off. What are we doing? Like, what is this team doing? I don't know. Play forward. Play forward. Ah, hell. Stoppage of play. Duclair almost. Speaking of, wasn't Duclair playing with the Panthers when we lost to the Panthers in the playoffs? I think he was, wasn't he? Yeah, he was playing for the Panthers. Yeah, I shouldn't have been surprised he almost was the one who put one against us. Yeah, I shouldn't have been surprised because he was pretty good in that playoff series. How this team beat the Panthers in overtime? I mean, you could win any given game. If we're talking about the Sharks, any given game. If we're talking about the Leafs, that's how they've been winning their games. Is one goal in regulation or winning in overtime. That's how they've been winning their games this year. Even if you're the worst team in the NHL, you're still going to win a couple of games. It's impossible to go get beat every single game of an 82-game season. It's impossible. I mean, I guess it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. Like, you got to realize how much Even if you're a crap team, you got to realize how much bad luck has to go against you to get you 0-82. And even then, you can still lose a shootout. And even then, you still get a couple of points. Because maybe you go to overtime in, 20 of those games. You still get 20 points. I mean, so even if you are 0-82, you're still going to have 20-some points on your ticker, so to speak. Which, again, that's kind of weird, but again, it is what it is. 820. So did you really go 0-82 if you have like 20 points on your ticker? I'm not sure. Doesn't feel like it to me. Shot past the net and behind. Your top 3 football matches of 2023. Ooh. Miami versus Cruz Azul, Miami versus Dallas, and Real Madrid versus Al Hilal in the Club World Cup final in February. How are the Detroit Pistons this bad? Because they're horrible. That's why. They're just horrible. So those 3, for me, it's in between Real Madrid versus Al Hilal, the Club World Cup final in February, Miami versus Cruz Azul, and Miami versus Dallas. 7-13. Benoit. Marner. Brody. Oh, Lord. And that's almost taken away, but the Leafs at least have possession once again. Ron, who's fighting Roman at Mania? I still think it's got to be Cody. I think Rock is fighting Roman at Elimination Chamber. I think Cody's still fighting Roman at Mania. Punk versus Seth for the world title. If I was Cody Rhodes, I'd be pissed off. Bedard got a jaw injury. Damn. Well, if he plays with a full cage, he'd still play. Face-off for the Leafs. Matthews wins the face-off. $6.19. Ooh. Plays it off the wall. $6:11 left in the first period. Still 0-0, 0-0. I am not happy about this at all. And the Sharks. $5:57 left. Oh! Bertuzzi. Delayed penalty for San Jose. Hurtle bangs Morgan Riley into the boards. And Leafs have a power play. Oh. Yep. Thomas Hertel trips Morgan Riley. Leafs have a power play. When they come back, the Leafs will have a power play, and they'll still probably not score on it. Leafs will probably still not score on it. Yeah, I'm not happy right now. Why you ask? Yeah, I'm not happy about this. Why you ask? What a horrible premiere. Thank you, Mississippi State and the Canadian junior national team. You made me do this for the premiere, and it's a horrible premiere. At least I'll get a rant out of it. Maybe the RSR side of it will be better. I'll get a rant out of it. Yay. Maybe I'll get a rant out of it. That'll be great. Here's the face-off on the power play for the Leafs. A 2-minute power play. Hertel will serve the tripping penalty because he did trip Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley plays it in. Shot! Blackwood with a save. Leafs power play scores 24.6% of the time. San Jose's penalty kill is 72.9%. They still kill penalties at a 72% clip. It's still the second worst in the league. Shot. They can still kill penalties, though. 5 minutes left in the period. Whoop. Nylander's power play goals, he has 6. .128 left in the power play with 5 minutes left, 5:07 left in the period. Face off. And the Sharks win it. Oh, are we going to get a face-off interference or something? A penalty on the face-off against the Sharks? Maybe. Hooking? Maybe. We might be down to a 5-on-3. I think. Yeah, it looks to me, yeah, Leafs are going to a 5-on-3. Yep, 5-on-3 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. For 1 minute 28, and then they'll have a... Then you add 2 minutes, minus 2 minutes from that. 1 minute. They'll have a little bit of time still on the power play once the 2-man comes up. So, if they don't score in the next, let's say, minute and a half, I'm going to scream. The next 2 minutes, 30 seconds of a power play after that, yeah, I'm going to scream. Kuhn and Emberson, Ferraro on the ice. Shot. Nope. Riley. Marner. Riley slap shot. Blocked away. There'll be another face-off there. Matheson eats up a ton of minutes on our blue line. Good player. I'm going to scream if the Leafs can't score, especially on the 2-man advantage. But if they can't score on the power play, they don't get a goal by the end of this little Power play, charade. I'm going to flip. I'm going to flip. I'm not even asking for a lead at the end of the period. I'm just asking to score on the damn two-man advantage. Marner. Shot. Goal! 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 Maple Leafs! Mitch Marner with a 5-hole shot. They finally solved Blackwood on the two-man advantage. Mitch Marner from short finally gets it in there. Leafs up 1-0. It was bound to happen. He finds the opening. Riley back to Marner. Into the short side under the glove. And Mitch Marner pops it in there to make it 1-0 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they still have a power play for 126. They could add another on here. I hope they do. Huh? Leafs are still on the power play. Giordano. Riley and Nylander with the assists. That would be 15-22. .27 seconds left on the power play with 3:31 left in the first period. Leafs have the lead, finally. It took them way longer than I expected. And it took them a two-man advantage, but they still got it. Riley wheels it back. They're going to let the power play run out with maybe one last shot on the power play. Riley at the blue line. Plays it on. Marner once again off the post. Well, technically. 3 minutes left. At least y'all aren't going to scream. I wouldn't speak too soon. I'm still going to rant about him because this is still not good enough. If this game ends after 1, I would still be ranting. This is not good enough. They end up winning 3 or 4-0, then we'll... Oh, if they end up winning 2-0, I'm still going to have a problem. 2:30 left in the first period. Kampf. I don't know what the hell he was doing there. It's not good enough. $15 shots to 3 at the end of the first period if this holds with 2 minutes to go. Nylander, 1:53 left in the period. Kampf. .140. Still 1-0 Leafs, or it just was, but of course. Man, Marner could have had a second, but he popped it off the post. But damn, he was like this close to making it 2-0. I was like, damn, man. I was hoping, you know. Plays it back. Nice. 126. Giordano. Domi has it behind the net. Back to Domi, and he almost lost it. Liljegren shot. Rebound. Nothing there for Yarn Crook. He almost. Damn. I thought Yarn Crook had that shot. That'll be frozen with a face-off with a minute to go. Holmberg tries to pop that in there as well. Man, I thought Yarn Crook had Blackwood dead to rights there. I was like, but he got out. He got down into the butterfly. Like, he closed that 5-hole instantly. If he's a second off from closing that 5-hole, Yarn Crook gets the goal there. So, okay. I don't know if the Leafs smell blood in the water or they're just, or San Jose's given up. I don't know which. 54-3. I feel like The Rock will win the Royal Rumble. Ugh. I hope it's CM Punk. It should be CM Punk. And I hope Punk wins the Royal Rumble. If they make Rock win the Royal Rumble, I'm going to flip. And the Sharks, 49 seconds left. Leafs, nice shot, centers it, and Blackwood saves it and is pulled out of the crease. If the Rock ain't facing Rollman at Elimination Chamber in Perth, I'm honestly going to be pissed. Rock should not win the Royal Rumble, and Rock should not be against Roman at Mania. It should be Cody Rhodes against Roman, Punk versus Seth. Rock versus Roman happens at Elimination Chamber. Besides, you get more buy rates and more people actually wanting to watch Elimination Chamber in the USA if Rock's on there. Because let's remember, it's the time difference is absolutely nutty. I'll probably still be awake, so hell, maybe I'll watch it. 14 seconds, I should say. Timbers have Kamal Miller. That man's a huge threat for Portland. And Maxime Crepeau. Yeah. 5 seconds left. They're going to play this out behind the net. 1 second, and the period is over. The first period is over. The Leafs lead 1-0 through Mitch Marner. They lead 1-0 through Mitch Marner on the 2-man advantage, the 5-on-3. Short side through the glove, or in between the glove and the arm and the body. But it's 1-0 Leafs before the intermission. Not the best first period. Honestly, it was crap. But they still have the lead. So, I mean, well, I ain't happy with it, but at least the Leafs are leading with 40 minutes to go left in the game. Martin Jones hadn't had to do much work. That's the good news. The good news, the Leafs have started to stop San Jose from getting even close to scoring. Bad news, the Leafs have only scored 1 goal. Oh, they're outshooting them by a lot, though. Well, I think you should be building from the back. Even if you want to play offensive football, you should build from the back. If you don't build from the defense forward, unless you just want to outscore everybody every game, but sometimes that doesn't work. I mean, in my opinion, I think building from the back is a smart move. We'll take a short break, talk about more in depth how I feel about the first period, and we'll get to the second period after the intermission. Haven't had this good of a defense in a long time. Just look at it on paper. Yeah, but sometimes on paper don't mean nothing. But you do have a really good defense on paper. But again, we'll take a short break and we'll be back. We'll be back. Well, that's weird. For intermission. Next season probably might not be the old Bears. I feel like Chicago Bears might be a lot better. You say this every year. Bears fans say this every year. You'll be better, and then you lose 10 out of 17. Stop it. You'll never be good. Just be happy Rex Grossman got you to a Super Bowl, and Jay Cutler got you to an NFC championship. You will never be good. Like, yeah, you'll have like one good year every 30 years. Mike Ditka got you a Super Bowl, and yeah, you might have like one good year every 10 years, but yeah, I think you're a bit overdue. You're about to be due, I think, for a good year. So you might be right. You might be right. How we doing? What up, man? Toronto at least trying to make signings. I mean, yeah, we got a center back, McDonald, trying to sign him. And we got Davy Flores, which that's a signing I would have made. So if they're going to go get Davy Flores, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm going to hope he does good because I'm going to be freaking defending him to the death. I'm going to be defending that dude to the death because that's a signing I would have made. No, I have nothing to do with it. I wish I did. I'm just glad they're making a signing I would have made. There you go. If you've been here long enough and watched me talk about CONCACAF League and all those tournaments, you know damn well I've always said good things about Davy Flores. So at least that one looks like it's going to happen. So, there you go. Well, I mean, they weren't bottom of the West, and Reynoso was AWOL for like 10 weeks. So, yeah, the Leafs are still winning 1-0 at the intermission, though. But I said what I had to say before the break. What's up? By the way, you see Greg Berhalter's roster against Slovenia. I'm surprised no Aaron Long or Jesus Ferreira. I'm surprised, too. He actually called up a somewhat good MLS-centric roster. I'm shocked. 7-9 record this year, you might be wrong. Aren't you a Chiefs fan, though? The roster has some questions, but also some interesting ones, too. Don't sleep just like Aston Villa. Do you always spit out facts on Alex Bono? I spit out facts on everything. What are you talking about? I spit out facts on everything. Greg called up Brian White from the Vancouver Whitecaps. Thoughts on Brian White going to the camp? It's better than Ferreira. Well, here that means Ferreira's still hurt because he was injured in the playoffs. Hey, I think it's good. I think Brian White should be able to play well in the camp. So he's a very good striker. He knows where to position himself. I think it's a good call-up. I see Minnesota United being bottom 3 in the West if they don't wake up. Yeah, but that's a better call. As I still think Colorado will be fighting down there. I know they have Jordy Mihailovic. I'm not saying they'll be the worst like they were this year, but bottom 5, barely out of the playoffs, like that's their height. Wild card is their high watermark. I don't see Colorado doing anything better than being a wild card team, even with Jordy Mihailovic. Jordy Mihailovic is good, but who's to say that his form is the same in MLS now that he's been gone out of the league for, it feels like longer than a year, but it could have been just a year. Well, no, it was just a year because he left at the end of 22. So feels longer than a year, to be honest. So who's to say his form is the same? And who's to say Zach Steffen is a good keeper now and his form is the same as his MLS form? Like, we've seen them in the league, but they've been out so long that is the form the same? I think that's a valid question. Thoughts on Kamal Miller and Maxime Crepeau going to Portland? I think they're both great players. I think it helps the Timbers. Phil Neville was good with them. They were on good terms when Phil Neville was the assistant coach of Canada. He trusts them, and he also trusts Zach McGraw. So you have 3 Canadians at the back who are very good defensive players. I think that's something Portland needs. And I think they've needed to be stronger at the back for the past couple of years. So, evidenced by the fact they barely missed the playoffs 2 straight years. So, they need to rebuild a bit. And I think having Crepeau, Miller, and McGraw all together in that like triangle, center back, goalkeeper triangle is a very good situation, I think. And it helps the Canadian national team too, because preferably you want Crepeau, Miller, and McGraw to start together at some point, and preferably in the Copa America, you do. And I think that's Canada at their best if all 3 are starting. So it helps Canada if they could get a lot more gelled. It really does. So I think it helps everybody. I think it helps everybody, unless it goes completely off the rails. It helps Portland. It helps Phil Neville. It helps Canada. It helps everybody. It helps the players. It helps whoever they hire as the manager of Canada. It helps everybody. This is a mutually beneficial move for a lot of things, especially on paper. So, helps a lot. So, I think there's a situation here that's perfect. I love it. I'm happy for him too. Sean Monahan, 2-0 Habs. Man, it sucks the Habs are so deep in the Atlantic when they're playing good hockey. Like, the Habs, they're playing some good hockey. Like, the Habs are playing some really good hockey. They're not afraid of nobody. They may not be the better team, but they're not afraid of nobody. I respect it 100%. Because to me, the real Montreal-Toronto rivalry is TFC versus CF Montreal. To me, Habs-Leafs ain't a rivalry. It never was. Even after the blown 3-1 lead, that was just the Leafs being the Leafs. To me, I don't see the Habs and Leafs as a rivalry. I'm too young, but I'm too young for seeing the Leafs and Habs as a rivalry. But I don't see it as a rivalry. I just don't. I have no problem with the Habs at all. Even after the playoff in 21, I have no problem with them. To be completely honest. The true Toronto-Montreal rivalry now is TFC versus CF Montreal. And Expos Jays will never a rivalry either. Now if they're in the same division. Maybe. Brazil's in a load of trouble. I don't think nobody's going to save Brazil like Fernando, Denise. If he's the manager, yeah, Argentina's going to get the better of Brazil. They've already been getting the better of them in that deep day. So, Brazil's in trouble. You didn't get Carlo Ancelotti. Denise is still the manager. Brazil might just miss the World Cup. They're lucky that the World Cup expanded. They still could miss, though. So, I don't know. Who's winning the CFP championship? I got Michigan, fuck Washington. I got Washington because Dylan Johnson. I want them to bring down the national championship to Greenville, Mississippi. Or Dylan Johnson, too. I know it's not a Stanley Cup. He won't get a day with a trophy, but you get my point. If he does get the day with the trophy, I want to see him bring down that national championship trophy to Greenville, Mississippi. Yeah. Let's go Washington. And technically, also, Will Rogers is probably there in the crowd because he transferred to Washington. So, as a Mississippi State fan, I think it's only correct that a Mississippi State fan bandwagons Washington this playoff and next season because Dylan probably will stay too. So, it's only fair. Whatever conference they're going to. Is it the Big 12? Is it the freaking Big 10? I'm not sure. But what I do know is wherever Washington's going, that's my team for that conference. Because Will Rogers and Dylan Johnson are there. And, of course, right now, they're in the national championship. So, because Dylan Johnson. So, there you go. Let's go Washington. My point. Colts Texas game about to start. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Thoughts on Jim Harbaugh winning the Rose Bowl against Alabama? I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it because I wanted Alabama out. Everybody wants Alabama out. They got out. They got knocked out. Now I want Washington to beat Michigan because Dylan Johnson of Mississippi State, of Greenville, Mississippi, of St. Joe is playing for Washington. So, for me, there's an obvious reason why I'm rooting for Washington. Of course, for the playoff and next season. Then you add on Will Rogers for next season. But there you go. Second period about to start here for the Leafs versus Sharks. We'll quickly be halfway through the game. One nothing Toronto Maple Leafs. And here comes the second period. Face-off. And Leafs win the draw. We are off for the second period. Leafs winning 1-0. 18 shots to 3. Can the Leafs get another goal here in this second period? Preferably before halfway through the game. 20 minutes down, 21 minutes, or 20 and a half minutes down, 39 and a half to go. Nice, and that's offside. "21 first period goals this season for the Sharks. They didn't get one tonight. Tied for 31st. Leafs win the neutral zone draw. Have the puck behind the net. Nylander. Nylander wheels behind the net. Trying to find an opening. Still behind the net. Tavares. John Tavares. Still. Doesn't get enough on that pass. Benoit. 1854. Nylander. William Nylander. Still Nylander. Giordano with a shot from the blue line, but nothing there. Giordano. Liljegren. Domi over the bar. I think the Manning cast hopes the Colts win. Well, it's Colts versus Texans, and St. Manning, yeah, of course he hopes the Colts win. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. Kind of felt like ever since the Colts screwed over Manning, he was more of a Bronco, but no, he still does, have love in his heart for the Colts. I guess he's finally calmed down a bit. Because they did screw him over after the injury. I'm not going to lie. I mean, they did do him dirty. I wouldn't blame him if he looks himself more as a Bronco anyway. Besides, one of his rings was a Colts ring. The other was a Bronco. He made 2 Super Bowls with each team. 1 win, 1 loss. It's not like he won more with the Colts. Like Brady. Brady won more with the Patriots. If Brady didn't look at himself as a Patriot more than a Buck, I'd be pissed. Like, even I'd be like, dude, Tom, you're my guy, but don't do this shit. Don't, man. Besides, the Patriots didn't really stab him in the back like the Colts stabbed Satan Manning in the back. So, you know what? Honestly, I think Broncos Manning might have been a bit better, if I'm being completely honest. That's when he started kind of taking it to Tom, to be completely honest. That's when the scores started to even up. So, fair enough. 17 minutes. But Manning, I can understand why he'd still feel like more of a Bronco than a Colt. But I guess he started to mellow out a bit. 17 minutes. It's crazy how some USMNT players are going to Mexico, like K-Cal going to Chivas, Brandon Vasquez going to Monterrey. You know, I don't like it. Shot almost to Michigan by Matthews, but it gets blocked. 16-41. I mean, for me, I don't like it that USMNT players are going to Mexico. Like, they're getting out of the MLS just to go to Mexico. Like, Brandon Vasquez should be in Europe. Cade Cal could be playing for a team like Genk instead of Chivas. Brandon Vasquez could be playing for a team like Atalanta or Napoli. You know, and they don't do it. For me personally, I think going to Mexico is just them saying, hey, we're not going to play much for the actual A team of the United States of America. So why not get the bag from Mexico? And if we don't go to Europe, so be it. It shows that this young generation doesn't have the competitiveness to try to fight for a top spot. You know, if they don't have that top spot locked down, like Brandon Vasquez has the potential to be a top 2 striker in the USMNT. Has the potential, but he won't hit it now because he's going to Monterrey. Like, yeah, it depends on what they want, but I could see Brandon Vasquez, if he played for a team like Atalanta or Napoli, he would be a top 2 striker on the U.S. setup. Top 3, that would still be an A-team slot. He has the potential to be a top 3 A-team striker. And Balogun ain't doing good right now. So, again, it's not like it's Balogun's job to lose. Like, in theory, it is. But if you beat him, you can still beat Pepe. Like, it's not out of the realm possibility. Brandon Vasquez could be the starting striker for the U.S. men's national team. That's what gets me about the Monterrey move. Like, yeah, you may score 20 goals per tournament in Apertura and Clausura, but is that enough to make you the U.S. starting striker? I mean, we went through this with Josie Altidore. Did Josie deserve to be the USA starting striker when he played for Toronto FC? He may have been clinical as hell. Like, I'm not trying down what he did with Toronto. I loved what he did with Toronto when he was good. He was clinical when he was healthy and he was good. He was clinical. The man was damn clutch. Was he the starter level U.S. striker, though? Hell no. No. I don't care how good that Toronto team was. And I loved how good that team was, but he wasn't the starter. So Brandon Vasquez is really just pulling a Josie Altidore, except he never went to Europe in the first place. And Cade Cowell, well, I don't think, at least for Cade Cowell's sake, I don't think he would ever play on the main U.S. national team. I don't. I think he's a Gold Cup dude only. I really do. So, but maybe if he went to Europe, he could prove that he deserves to be on the main team. I still think he's a Gold Cup dude. I really do. I don't see. I know Cade Cowell is talented, but I don't see him as talented as I could see him starting on the main national team one day. No, like he could. I wouldn't be shocked if he did. I mean, anybody could get a spot start. But as a regular fixture, no, I don't see it. So But Brandon Vasquez is the one that hurts more, in my opinion. It really does. That's the one that hurts more, in my opinion, because I think he has a lot of potential. 13 minutes left in the second period. 1-0 Toronto, 1-0 Toronto. Leafs still controlling the game, 20 shots to 4. Liljegren has been on the ice for 1 minute, 41 seconds. And there's a cover. There's a freeze by Martin Jones, and it'll be a face-off in the Leafs defensive zone. .13:07 left in the second period. Getting very close to halfway through the game. But again, I mean, yeah, Herc's right. It's about what the player wants. If the player wants to go to Mexico instead of Europe, fine by me if that gets you a better bag. And then Miles Robinson staying in MLS is just, you know, it's not great. Thoughts on Chicharito and Cade Cowell to Chivas. Again, Cade Cowell going to Chivas, I mean, that's about his level, I think. If he wanted to go further in his career, he could try Europe. But again, I think Chivas is his level, the highest he could probably go. I'm not too mad about the move. Not like the Brandon Vasquez or Miles Robinson moves. Chicharito to Chivas, I mean, that's where he came through. I think it's only fitting that he starts to end his career and really wrap it up with Chivas. So I think he's a striker. He's honestly their best striker. They still need a striker, so it's good. If Chicharito gets back to the level he was before his ACL injury, I still think he has a little bit to give. He would honestly be a very good striker for them, and that's some they need anyway. So you know what? I think they could kill two birds with one stone here if Chicharito still has anything to give. So they still need a striker, so works for me. Forge fans are trembling at this point. No. Chicharito's still got to get hot, and Cade Cowell is Cade Cowell. I'm not trembling. Don't sleep on the Forge. Don't sleep on the Hammer, boys. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not trembling yet. Now, America, I'll be trembling. I'm not going to lie. But Chivas, no. I mean, Gago's got to get his system in. Chicharito's still got to heat up, and Cade Cowell is Cade Cowell. Yeah, I'm not worried. PSV reportedly wanting Miles Robinson. Doesn't matter. He went to Cincy. I guess Cincy's going to pay him better. Chivas are still going after Jesus Gallardo and Fidel Ambriz. Fidel Ambriz is the only one of those four that scares me, to be completely honest. And besides, he's a midfielder. He can still score goals. I've seen him score goals. But he ain't the main goal scorer. Jesus Gallardo, doesn't really move the needle for me. Like, Chivas are what they are. Cade Cowell doesn't move the needle for me. And a Chicharito, fresh off ACL injury surgery. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Like, just fresh off in a preseason. Yeah, no, doesn't move the needle for me yet. I think Forge get him at the right time. Fidel Ambriz is the only one that sort of puts a chill down my spine. So, out of those four. And for what Chivas have, nah. Just you wait. I'm not going to even. Just you wait. I'm surprised LAFC managed to get Hugo Lloris by getting rid of their best goalkeeper. You think Maxime Crépeau is worse than Hugo Lloris? You need your head checked. Not in 2023 or 2024. Well, the signing sort of happened at the end of 2023, so that still stands. Michigan, nothing there for the Leafs. 11:37 left in the period. It still stands. But for me, Hugo Lloris right now is not better than Maxime Crépeau. He is not. Hell, he's not better than John McCarthy. There's a reason Tottenham dropped him for Vicario. Well, he does have Mexican citizenship. It is sort of random, though. I'm like Mazatlan, I wouldn't have been shocked. Chivas, though? 11 minutes. Besides, isn't this the reason Zendejas played for Americas because he wanted to represent the USA and Chivas didn't want that, so he moved to America? Is that what? Wasn't this kind of a thing before? 10:43 left in the period. We're almost halfway through the game. Steve Cherundolo is a fraud. Ain't nobody complained when I said it, but when I say something, it's facts. But when I say something, no matter what, you know it's facts. You can hate, but you know it's right. Winning. You know by now, my word is gold. Hashtag Golazo. You know by now, my word is gold. Hashtag Golazo. Winning. Duh. Winning. 10:16 left. Well, yeah, that's true, but face off here. Offensive zone for the Leafs. 20 shots to 5. Are we getting outshot this period? Lord have mercy. Thank God we had that 5-on-3. Man, if we go to overtime with San Jose, I don't know, man. I legitimately don't know. We're gonna go to overtime with San Jose. Jesus Christ. Maybe not. I don't know. 3-2. Oh, damn. The Habs are about to blow it. That feels like a Leaf type game. 9:39. We're past halfway. My last name is actually Zendejas, but with a C instead of a Z. So wouldn't that be Zendejas? Where do you think Olivier Giroud will go when he decides to go to MLS? Probably a team like New York City FC. I would want him to go to Toronto, though. One, we need a striker. Second of all, I'm a fan of Olivier Giroud. Third of all, he still got it. Toronto, get on it. I don't know about you, but I think Toronto would be a perfect move for Olivier Giroud. It'd be a perfect move. Yeah, I want him back in Toronto so he could get tarred and feathered. Not to coach the team, but so he could get tarred and feathered in the city center. That's what I want. And then put into the stock. He needs to pay for his crimes against the club. And getting to walk out and relegating a Norwegian team isn't enough. He needs to get tarred and feathered and put in the stock in the city center. And tomatoes thrown at him. All that old-timey stuff. All that old-timey stuff. All of it. All of it. Noah Gregor has 5 goals this season, 0 on the road. Oh, he played for the Sharks. Drew would be a good fit for Toronto. I agree. Face off in the neutral zone. 9:34 left in the period. Hold on. $9:21 left in the period. Playing forward here. But Sharks, Ferraro plays it up the ice with 8:39 left in the period. Plays it round. 8 minutes to go. Oh, by the way, MLS might have to play the first couple of weeks of the season with a replacement referees. Oh, Lord have mercy. You think pro is bad? We're about to get 10 times worse. I remember the last time there was replacement referees in a league. It was absolute chaos. I could just see MLS being even worse than the NFL was with replacement refs. Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's exactly right. For a top comment on the Reddit thread, if the top level refs are this bad, I don't want to see what the replacements are like. Yeah, I agree. 7:16. Seven minutes to go. Shot blocked away by Blackwood off the arm. Still. Benoit, and he loses it past the blue line. Dear God. Nine minutes, 56 seconds of offensive zone possession for the Leafs, 4:58 for the San Jose Sharks. San Jose hasn't played like the worst team in the league, I could tell you that much. And the Leafs haven't treated them like the worst team in the league. I think that shows a lot of problems, but that's just me. To me, that sounds like a problem, but that's just me. 5:50 to go. Liljegren plays on, save by Blackwood. 25 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. Of course, there's an intermission in between, but you get the point. Who's to know? Maybe we'll play 5 minutes overtime as well. We're leaving them alive. That's the bad news. Boston Pizza has pastas. I mean, that Alfredo didn't look too bad. I'm not going to lie. (22 shots, 23 shots, only one goal. Yeah, 23-5. 1 goal. Saying vocally or physically? Vocally, definitely. Physically, I don't know if it would get there. Vocally, for sure. I'll talk some shit. I mean, I'll talk shit sober anyway. You take away my inhibitions, well, shit. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Man, on New Year's Eve when I was drinking that Moscato, I mean, my inhibitions sort of went away a bit. Like, true. Felt like I wanted to go more bold. I didn't. I did also watch that Japanese earthquake and tsunami coverage on NHK World as well for a good bit. Man, that shocked me. Man, that was sad. Well, one, it was sad, but two, it shocked me. But you get my point. $56 shot attempts to 14. 537. $518 to go. Still 1-0. Hoffman 8 goals this season, 2 multi-goal games, which means, is it 2-2 or is it 2-3 or is it 3-3? Either way, I think if it was like half of his goals came in multi-goal games, they would say it. Yeah, probably. Well, technically, if there was 2 multi-goal games, that would have been what it was. Honestly. $452. Well, if there's picket lines, Miazga could always bring pizza by. Okay, that's hilarious. Well, then again, I don't know if pro referees would want to see him. Leafs playing forward. $407 to go. $23 shots to 5. Pro refs are a joke. Yeah, but the freaking replacement refs are going to be even worse. Like seriously, we're in for a show, and not in the good way. If they don't get a deal done by the first week of the season, we're in for a show. 9 wins and you're going for the Stanley Cup. The Leafs just suck. You only look good because we suck. You just look good because we suck. That's all it is. We're like the most fraudulent good team right now. And you could look at it. If we had Craig Berube, we would have steamrolled you. If we had Craig Berube, we would have steamrolled you. 4-0, 5-0. But no. I don't know about you, but I think freaking Treliving should just pull the trigger now. He's going to fire Keefe anyway if we can't get out of the second round, and we probably aren't. So might as well just pull the trigger now. And as I said, Berube is a tree living type guy. Might as well pull the trigger now and just get Berube in there. He knows how to steamroll the league in half a season and then win a Stanley Cup. I saw it happen. I'm sure he could do it with the Leafs because this Leafs team on paper is better than that Blues team. And I love that Blues team. That certain Blues team. I mean, they're my second favorite team, but that certain Blues team was an awesome team. So, 2019 Blues. So what do you think of Tajon Buchanan going to Inter Milan? I think it's amazing. I think it's a good move. I think he'll at least have cover for Dumfries. He'll play the wing. I think it's a good move, and it helps Canada as well. Leafs are bipolar. Yeah, they're just straight up bipolar. You're right. Cody Rhodes will pull off the Eli Manning miracle to beat Roman Reigns in Philadelphia. I agree. You know what? I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it happened. They probably deserve half of it. They probably sort of deserve it. You have a point. Maybe being a straight-up St. Louis fan would be better for me. I don't know. .206 left in the second period. 22 minutes and 6 seconds left in this game. Leafs are still leading. Took them damn near this amount of time in the first period to score. 15 minutes and 22 seconds was when it was scored. Yep, 15:22, perfect. Of course, 5-on-3, but, 132 left. 23 shots to 9. Yeah, we've definitely been outshot this period. I'm definitely going. I don't care if we win 1-0. I'm still ranting. Like, this is horrible. Shot blocked away. This is absolutely horrible. And then the freaking rebounds you should be putting away, you just don't put away. I swear to God. 1 minute left. USL Memphis 901 and FC Tulsa have been moved to the Western Conference due to North Carolina FC and Rhode Island FC being in the Eastern Conference. Well, at least they didn't move Louisville. Nothing that matters. 48th minute. Shot blocked away. 44 seconds. Shot! Goal! 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 Kalle Arnkrok! Goal for the Leafs! It's 2-0. Kalle Arnkrok makes it 2-0 late in the second period. Domi plays it on. Yarncrook with a spinner, and it beats Blackwood into the 5-hole and just sputters in. Holmberg and Domi with the assists. Kalle Yarncrook with a spinner. And there you go. Says unassisted, but two nothing Leafs. Liljegren and Giordano with the assists. Okay. (1917) 2-0 Leafs. Kalle Yarncrook. I thought that was Holmberg. I don't. Domi and Holmberg. The yarn crook with a spinner, and it just sputtered through. 28 seconds. Left in the period, 2-0 Leafs. And that was his 10th of the season, Kalle Yarncrook. Career high 20 last season. He's hit halfway. I'm still not completely happy with the game, but I could understand a 2-0 win. Oh, Lord. Okay, they cleared it. Good. 10 seconds. And it's the end of the second period. It's 2-0. One each period for the Leafs. Two nothing. Alabama is weird, yeah. They say Liljegren and Giordano, but honestly, Blackwood's allowed some bad goals, I gotta say. But it's 2-0 Leafs. Leafs are leading with a period to go, with 20 minutes to go. They're leading. I don't think we'll go to overtime. I think we'll finish in 20 minutes. It is still the Leafs, though, so we got to be a little bit careful with that one. About the replacement refs. There'll be some coaches tearing their hair out about the replacement refs in MLS. Oh, I agree. I'll be ripping my hair out, too. Yeah, I don't think I got a haircut for a while. Yeah, I'll be ripping my hair out, too. There'll be some to rip out. There'll be some to rip out. There'll be some to grab onto and rip out. That's the good news. (26-10), and the Leafs have a 2-0 lead. I'm glad. Yarncrook with a late goal in the second period, and I think that'll be the one that closes it down. Of course, they have to hold on for the next 20 minutes, and this is the Leafs, so they could easily blow a 2-0 lead in 20 minutes. I mean, who are we talking about here? But I don't think San Jose is going to score 2 goals in 20 minutes. San Jose is that bad. The Leafs should have steamrolled them, but at least they're winning 2-0. Texans 7, Colts 3. How you feel about your team Raptors when you watch that? I mean, ever since Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett came over, they've been better. So if they keep playing like this, they should at least make the play-in. I still trust Masai. I don't think Darko is that good of a coach. I think his tactics are crap. I don't think his tactics are that good. I think we could have a better NBA level coach, but other than that, I think Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett fit the team way more than, I hate to see OG go, but I think both teams have been benefited by the trade. If they keep OG, it helps New York a lot more, but I think both teams have been benefited. OG gets the respect he deserves, and we got a good player in Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett, so works for me. But with that being said, we'll take a short break. During the intermission, we'll talk about how I feel about this game again. We already kind of talked about the second period, but we got 20 minutes to go left in this game. Leafs leading 2-0, and we'll take a short break. We'll be back. Sit tight. Willie's going to start an 8-year extension, 11.5. I mean, I don't think that's a bad extension. He's one of our better players. William Nylander got an $11.5 million extension, $11.5 million per 8 years. Fair. If it was Marner, I may just scream, but William Nylander, he always performs when it matters. So, never seen him not perform when it matters. So, you know what? I'm fine with it. Even if in the regular season he's slow at points, he performs when it matters. He's the opposite of Marner. Marner performs in the regular season, but when it matters, that man don't perform. He don't. Dude talks a big game, shows like, oh, maybe you know what, he's right to talk a big game. Then when the time comes, when the real time comes, he folds like a cheap suit. Nylander, on the other hand, well, fine with it. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. By the way, let's hit that like button. Let's get this one going. And there you go. Fun with this one. Super chats are on as well. Third period about to come up. Leafs leading 2-0 with one more period to go, 20 minutes. So that'll blow by. They're not stupid, I should say. They'll blow by if they're not stupid, but again, it's the Leafs we're talking about, so. Yeah, I heard that on Monday too. About the Nylander extension. But another 20 minutes for the Leafs, winning right now 2-0. Let's see if they can make it 3 or just hold on. Short side, Marner goal. But still waiting for the second period or second intermission to finish to get to the third period. Still waiting here, of course. Hit that like button, get this one going. We should be close. To the third period. If not, yeah, we should be close. Still commercials here. Hopefully the Miami versus El Salvador game's televised on Univision or something. I want to be able to watch it. Honestly, feel bad for El Salvador. Well, I'm going to cover it, so it better be covered or shown somewhere. Yep, third period should be coming up very, very soon. Yep, second period about to start. I should say third. Second intermission about to end. Third period about to start. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. You have 20 seconds to the start of the period. We have 20 minutes to go. Leafs looking to hold on to this shutout win against the worst team in the league. They've struggled their way through, but they found a way to lead 2-0 with 20 more minutes to go. See what they can do in the last 20. Another face-off, and the Leafs win the face-off. Tipped away, but Leafs get it back in the defensive zone, and they could play forward, and there's a lot of deacon going on here. 25 shots to 10 going into this period. 19:42 left in the third. 2-0 Leafs. Riley slowing it up. Doesn't get caught, thankfully. Tries to chip it into the zone. Behind the net, that'll be icing. Defensive zone face-off for San Jose, or for against the Leafs for San Jose. Yep. Getting to the first 13 goals this season for Tomas Hertl leads San Jose. 19:09 left in the period. San Jose, Duclair plays it on, holds, shot. That'll be frozen by Martin Jones. Granlund shot, frozen by Martin Jones. Former San Jose Shark, by the way. Covers it and freezes it. $18.54. Leafs win the face-off, but it gets cleared to the blue line. 18:47. I like Subway. I mean, yeah, I like Subway subs. I have no problem with them. I normally get the steak and cheese, but I like Subway. 18:32. Kampf. Oh! Good block, but Leafs can't get back on it. $18.08. Toronto Maple Leafs minus 10,000 on the odds. Yeah, if you bet on a San Jose comeback, they're plus 1,400. I don't know. Part of me wants to do that anyway. 1746. I'm not. I'm just saying. Giordano. Shot! Blocked away. 2-0 Leafs still. 26 shots to 14. 17:32. Left in the period. Liljegren plays forward. Marner. $17.05. 17 minutes. Two nothing Leafs. Still just cruising and coasting their way through this game. 27 shots to 14. Marner chips it past the San Jose blue line. Nothing there from it, though. 16:22. Marner trying to get the puck out. San Jose wheels it around. On the blue line, horrible shot. San Jose can reset. Marner on the ice for 1 minute 20. 16 minutes to go. Blocked away. Two nothing Leafs. Still 2-0 Leafs. Oh, Tavares almost got pickpocketed. Then he did. 15:40. Goes behind the net, the Sharks. Duclair taps it on. Missed shot. And the Leafs get the puck. Here's a chance. Nylander gets pushed away from making a shot in a really good range. Good defense by the Sharks. 15 minutes to go. 15:08 to be precise. Now it's 15 minutes to go. 2-0. That would be 45 minutes down, 15 to go. Closer to 45-30, 14-30, but you get the point. Marner shot past the post. How we doing, Ozan? How we doing? Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. 14-27. Benoit. Simon Benoit plays it behind the net. Leafs playing forward. 14-17. Oh, shot! Blocked. Holmberg. Almost had a chance there. Yarncrook, who scored the last goal. Simon Benoit. Shot past the post. Nothing there. 13:06 in the offensive zone for the Leafs. 7:30 for the San Jose Sharks. I don't have a jersey, Leafs jersey. I just have the shirt. I need a sweater. I need their sweater, jersey, whatever you want to call it. I need one of those. I know what my size is, but damn, those Fanatics jerseys are absolutely expensive. They're absolutely expensive. Like, even the replicas are expensive. It's a damn near arm and a leg, if I'm being honest. 13:30. And the Fanatics one aren't even that good, so even if you wanted. Well, technically, yes, the Leafs changed their logo in 2016-17. Or 16-17, 17, yeah, 2016-17. Modernized one of their older logos. So, I mean, you can still wear an old Ballard Leaf jersey and nobody's going to complain, or hell, a 60 jersey and nobody's going to complain. But I'd rather wear a new era jersey. I could get a Reebok Matthews one, though, and I guess no one would be the wiser. Sure, that'll be a good price on freaking eBay. I don't know. We'll see. $13:22 left in the period. Still 2-0 Leafs. Can't wait for Man City to chase another title, the FA Cup. Start their campaign against Huddersfield tomorrow. Yeah. And Chelsea won their game against Preston. So there you go. Boxing Week clearance sale. Still going on. $4.99. Oh, 50 off. I'm like, oh, use. Maybe appliances are just really expensive, and I didn't know how expensive appliances were. But that doesn't seem like a sale to me. I heard that Night Swim movie has something like connected with baseball or something. And here we go, 13:05. San Jose with possession in the offensive zone. 13 minutes to go. Still 2-0 Leafs. Looking like they're going to close this one out with no problem, even if this game has been not the best. They've still coasted and done just enough, but at least they won. I'm still going to rant, though. Or at least be miffed about it. $12.34. 170 career wins with Sharks for Martin Jones, second in their franchise history, and now he's a Leaf goaltender. Shot blocked away. And again, as I said, Jones is a former Shark. Went on one of their deep playoff runs, too. Saved there by Blackwood with 12:13 to go. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Hit that subscribe button, too. But Leafs are doing mostly what they need to do. They haven't done anything more or anything less. They've done what they needed to do. I'm not too impressed. Domi with 3 shots, 4 attempts tonight. 12:13 to go. .12:06. 12 minutes to go. 2-0. I keep seeing Funes Mori in a Pumas jersey because he's going to Pumas. You missed it, McFly. You missed it, McFly. 11:47. .11:35. 29 shots to 15. Oh, no. Plays it into the side of his own net, but luckily enough, Leafs didn't pay for it. They almost did. 11:08. .11 minutes to go. Still 2-0. Sharks pushing for at least 1 goal, if not 2. Trying to push for overtime here a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime, but I don't think they're going to get it. Here's a shot past the post by the Leafs. And there it is, a goal. William Nylander snipes it for 3-0. 1 goal per period, 3-0. William Nylander snipes, and that'll definitely do it. With 10:26 left, Nylander scores. What a snipe. Boom. Into the far side of the net. Gets the puck. Nylander. He's worth the money, as I told you. William Nylander, boom. Far side and in, William Nylander. Nylander goal, Bertuzzi and Benoit with the assists. Bertuzzi played it on. And that would be 9:34. $3-0 Leafs. And that'll do it. 9:51 left in the period. Nylander, Bertuzzi played it on to him. Nylander with a shot to the far side of the net. Off the post and in. 3-0 Leafs. Again, wasn't the most pretty game, but they've done. They're bordering on doing more than just enough. I'm still not totally happy with it though. I'm just going to say Bertuzzi. I'm going to say Jake McCabe. Just going to go with Bertuzzi. Have you ever worked with Strasburg, Steve? I've worked with Soccer Steve. Ultimate Soccer Show. I've worked with him. Who's Strasburg? Strasburg Steve, I ain't never heard of, though. Unless you've meant saying Soccer Steve, then yeah. Which I think you may have meant. Nylander about to get that new deal. He deserves it. He deserves it. Scoring a goal tonight. And he also got a secondary assist as well. Boom. But again, 7-2 shot attempts to 35. 9:43 left in the game. Not just the period, but the game. And as this runs out, the Leafs will have won another game. Their third straight game on this West Coast road trip. Beating the Kings and the Ducks, and now the Sharks. $9.20. Haven't been the best games, but they've done enough. 9 minutes to go. Nine minutes to go, 3-0. $8:45. Nice press, Benoit. Shot. Blocked away. Oh, and that's past the post. Sharks almost got one back. $8:09. Shot! Goal! Sharks score! The Sharks score to make it 3-1. Of course, we lose the shutout. 3-1 Sharks. And it's Emberson takes the clapper, falls down, and it's Granlund. Zetterlund with the spinning assist, and Mikael Granlund puts it away. Mikael Granlund. We had to let in a bad one, didn't we? The spinning assist from Zetterlund. And Granlund with the shot. 11:57. It's 3-1 Leafs. Hey, good. That was a good goal by Granlund. I can't complain. I mean, legitimately, that was a really good goal. Like, that was a legitimately beautiful goal. 7:45 left. The Leafs, they're not going to blow a 2-goal lead in 7 minutes, right? Right? I'm being sort of sarcastic, but not really. Again, this is the Leafs we're talking about. I mean, if anybody could blow a 3-goal lead in the third period, I mean, the Leafs have done it a lot. Here's a... Ooh, Past the post. I thought, oh my God, that could have been 2. 7:12 left in the game. I knew they weren't going to get the shutout. This could get worse before. They always have to make it hard on themselves. I mean, the whole game has been pretty hard on themselves, but they will never not make it hard on themselves. Bailey almost gets in there, but a good defensive play by Giordano to make sure that isn't a second goal for the Sharks. 7 minutes to go. Shot. Michigan. Oh! Matthews set up to get it to 4, but no, he doesn't. Ay, ay, ay. 6:46 left in the period. Plays on. $6:30 to go. Third 3 shots to 18. 6 minutes to go. 3-1 Toronto. $5.49. 1.5 goals per game during the 10-game losing streak for the San Jose Sharks. So we gave them the goal that they normally get. 5:35. So 2 goals in 5 games and 1 goal in 5. This would be number 11. 5:14. 5:10. They gain the zone. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to go. We're in the final 5. 3-1 Leafs. .440. Good play there. Bertuzzi. Oh, damn it. Dude. Sharks playing it around the zone. Good block. 4:24. 33 shots to 19. 3-1 Leafs. Leafs scored the first 3 goals. The Sharks scored the 4th, or scored their only 1 after the Leafs scored 3. But I'm glad that's how it went down. If this team was only up by 1 or freaking tied, I would have lost my mind, or even down 1. A TV timeout with 4 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Of course, the goals. Marner on the power play, the 5-on-3. The short side between the arm, the glove, and body of Blackwood, and in from the short side. Kalle Järnkrok with a spinner that just bounced through, just dribbled through the line. 2-0. William Nylander, the puck played to him by Bertuzzi. Nylander shoots it off the post and in to the far side. 3-0. And then Granlund with a spinner that gets past Martin Jones after Zetterlund centers it to make it 3-1. I think this game went over, though. I can tell you that much. The over-under is 6.5. Because people thought the Leafs would kick their ass. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you bet the over, you were wrong. Dumb. That was dumb. Deserved. Jordan Henderson is desperate to return to the Premier League in a move that will cost him a personal fortune. Former Liverpool captain struggling to settle in Saudi Arabia after signing a $700,000 a week deal. Fool. And here we go. 4 minutes left. Leafs, could they get their 3-goal lead back and end up winning 4-1? Or will this game end 3-1? I still think they did just enough. I don't think they didn't wow me. Denny Belonga going to Al Hilal is kind of crazy. Also, Cristiano Ronaldo may have just lied about the Saudi League being better than MLS. We knew he lied about that. Shot! Nylander! Save! Blackwood! And it's in! Goal! Nylander dribbles it in off the rebound. It finds its way in. 4-1 Leafs. William Nylander. His second of the night and his third, secondary assist point. To be honest, he put away the rebound. 3:28 left. 25th career 2-goal game for Nylander. I'm going to say there was no assists because he put in that rebound. Yep, they're going to go with that as well. 4-1, Nylander with the second. I mean, he put in that rebound. I'm going to stick with it. 16:28. .254 left to go. Nylander with the lead, or the 4-1 goal. Nylander's player of the game, I can tell you that much. Pops in the rebound and gets the 4th goal. Leafs back to a 3-goal lead. 12-1-3 record this season when Nylander scores. It's about to be 13-1-3. Well, no, they still need 2 goals in 2 minutes to get the over. So, yeah, no, that's not happening. 2:23, 35 shots to 20. The final 2 minutes. Offside, that'll be a neutral zone face-off. 2:09 to go. Habs get a point. Overtime or they... Well, yeah, it is overtime then. They got the pity point at least. Overtime. 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 5-minute overtime, and maybe I'll finish that game off. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll finish this game off. Finish that game off. Considering I'm on center ice anyway. 1:51 left. Wouldn't take long. 1:44 left in the game here with the Leafs. Maybe we'll do some extra cover, or some overtime extra coverage. Who knows? Kind of like the NFL, you know. Nylander wraps around, pops in his rebound. 1:44. Kampf with a face-off. Gets shuffled out of the zone. Or a circle. And Leafs win the face-off. Giordano, 141. Shot blocked away. 136. The final minute and 30 seconds. Shot cleared. 1:30 to go. Down the ice, that is icing, and that'll be a defensive zone face-off for the Leafs. 1:25 to go. 34 shots to 20. Crazy how the Denver Broncos haven't beaten the Raiders since they moved to Las Vegas. The last time Denver won was when the Raiders were still in Oakland. Yeah, honestly, that is crazy. 1:25 to go. Leafs face-off. They lose the face-off to the Sharks. Puck stays in front of the blue line. Shot blocked by Martin Jones. Michigan, hurdle, and that'll be frozen by Martin Jones with another face-off, 1:14 to go. I'd say Nylander and Jones are who's the third star? I wouldn't say Matthews. I would say first star Nylander, second star. I'll go with Yarncrook. I think Yarncrook played a really good game. And then, of course, Martin Jones, third. Or I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We'll go with it. 1:03. 1 minute to go. The final minute of this game. It's 4-1, and it should hold. 34 shots, 22. Jones with a save. 50 seconds, there'll be another face-off. Just let it play out, okay? Mm. 34 shots, 22. Face-off shot blocked. 45 seconds. 39 seconds. Rings around the boards. Leafs have it. They can clear it. 33 seconds. Domi clears. 29. 25. Shot blocked away behind the net. 20 seconds. Into the final 15. 16.2, that's a stoppage of play. No, it's not. 12 seconds. 10. 5 seconds. Leafs with a puck. They can hold it. And that is a final full-time 4-1 Leafs win. The game ends with a 4-1 Leafs win. That's a good... It's not a great win, but it's just enough. And Montreal and New York Rangers are still in overtime, and they're just going to move straight to it. I don't even have to turn the channel. There's nothing to stream right now, but I will stream football as it starts coming back. I could give a crap less about Europe, to be completely honest. I wanted to take a little bit of a break anyway. But I'll be doing the AFCON for Morocco. I'll be doing Japanese games in the Asian Cup. I'll be doing the Miami preseason games. Don't worry. 2 minutes to go in overtime. Are you doing Michigan-Washington? Yeah, I'm doing the College Football Playoff Championship on Monday. So day off tomorrow, then the championship on Monday. 150. Shot. Blocked away. Rangers in Montreal, a minute 42 away from playing a shootout. Might as well finish this one because why not? 1:30. Shot over the bar. Suzuki. Since, Rory's here, might as well finish this one, right? 1:12 left in overtime. Canadiens, wheels around the net. Nothing there. 3-3. going to do the Super Bowl. I'll review the Super Bowl. I ain't going live for the Super Bowl. That might be kind of stupid, but whatever. 55 seconds. Habs with the puck. Gets out of the zone. Tries to regain it. He does. Cross. Caulfield. Caulfield has no room to Michigan it. If anybody could, I think it would be Caulfield. 33 seconds. Might be the Rangers' last chance. Tip. Save. And they might just get to a shootout. 19 seconds, the Habs. Man, that was a little bit. I thought they were screwed. 11 seconds to go. Great save, Sam. Yeah. If he didn't do that, he made some good saves there. 11 seconds to go to getting to the shootout. They both have a point. The winner of the shootout or overtime gets the second point. I mean, are we trying to say Slavkovsky? So it's a timeout. They're going to draw up a play. The Habs have a power play, I'm guessing. Yep, Habs have a power play. 3-on-2. A 3-on-2 for the last 11 seconds of this game. Can they win in overtime or will they go to a shootout? Habs have a power play with 11 seconds. They're going to draw up a play. Two-minute power play, which that's not, but four-on-3. Oh my God, that was a horrible pass. Zibanejad shot. And they get to a shootout. Habs are going to a shootout for that extra point. Boom. You're not good at the shootout? Sam had to do some work to make sure this went to a shootout. Good for him. Really good at the shootout. The pass was You draw up a play and let that happen? Yeah, I'd be pissed too. Most shots versus Canadiens in Montreal all time. 49 shots for the Rangers tonight against the Montreal Canadiens. Which NHL team do you hate the most? Funnily enough, it's not Montreal. It's not Montreal. I have no hate for the Montreal Canadiens. I don't think it's a rivalry. I'm not that old. I'm not old enough to see it as a rivalry between the Leafs and Canadiens. Personally, for me, I think it's got to be Boston. Like, I think Boston Bruins. That's who I hate the most. I think it's got to be the Boston Bruins for me. I have no hate for the Habs. Habs are going to start off the shootout. Here we go. The captain, Suzuki. Suzuki with a shot. Deeks, and it's saved by Quick. And that was horrible. Suzuki saved. He didn't even really take a shot. Quick gave him no room. Artemi Panarin versus Sam. Panarin, shot past the post. Oh my God, that was even worse. Still 0-0 going into the second round of the shootout. Boom. Okay, Panarin. I mean, honestly, that's worse than what Suzuki did. Cole Caulfield. See what he does. Shot in, goal. 1-0 Montreal. Marty St. Louis coaches the Habs, yes. Boom. Gave him too much room. Gave him way too much room. Mika Zibanejad to go for the Rangers to tie it back up. Sam's way off the crease, and he saves! Sam saves! Habs score, they win. They get that extra point. If they miss, it's all up to Sam. Either way, they have it stick save too. Oh boy. For the win, Ylonen for the win. And he doesn't. He puts it wide. So it's up to Sam. As a away team always shoot first. They're playing at home. Montreal's at home. They started. Qatar lost to Jordan in a friendly yesterday. Ah, Lord. He hit the post. Sam, if he saves, it's a win for the Habs. If he gets scored on, Alexis Lafreniere, to tie this game back up and go to sudden death. Shot save! Sam wins it for the Habs. 1-0 in the shootout. 3-3 on the night. 4-3. Habs win the shootout. Sam stood tall. Lord. If he ain't first star, I don't know, man. Boom. Well, there you go. My God, that was a horrible shootout, though. 1 goal out of 6? Lord. Well, it's not like Vancouver's beating the Devils 6-4. Well, there you go. But with that being said, I think that's where we'll stop. So, with that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the RSR of this game. And we'll have some fun with it. And it might be a bit of a rant because I think it should be. With that being said, I'll see you within the hour. Not a great premiere of RSR 5 or Watch a Match 4, but not a great game for the premiere, and premiere didn't do too. Hopefully the RSR premiere does better. But with that being said, see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. But Leafs wins. There you go.